Oh, it's so good! Welcome back yet again for another new episode of the Craft Beer Climbing channel. Today, we're going back down to the valley to talk about my all-time favorite brewery in the state of Arizona, and maybe of all time, Arizona Wilderness Brewing Company. And you might be wondering, dude, you just talked about Arizona Wilderness like 2-3 weeks ago? And you're right, I did. But you know what? We're talking about something different. Last time we covered their flagship beers, or their flagship IPAs, the Refuge and La Ciudad. Today, we're going to talk about a series of beers that they brew, simply called Dirty Hop Water. And that's what I have right here. So, without further ado, let's get on into it. Now, the Dirty Hop Water series is simply just a fun way to play with the name. More or less is a Hazy IPA series dedicated to musicians and artists. So two of the beers that I have here, I have one that's simply called the Van Halen Dirty Hop Water Hazy IPA, and the other is a personal favorite of mine, both because it is a freaking delicious beer and also because it is based off of one of my favorite bands, Gojira. This one is From Mars to Sirius Dirty Hop Water Hazy IPA. So starting off with my personal favorite of the two, the From Mars to Sirius, we can see some pretty clean, of course, as always, from Wilderness can art. And this particular Hazy IPA is made with Cashmere, Jarilo, I don't know how to pronounce that freaking hop, it's weird, Sabro, and Citra. And then, of course, the Van Halen is actually brewed with Cashmere, Citra, Sabro, and Galaxy hops. So this one also contains Sabro hops. All in all, they're both incredibly delicious beers, and I can't wait to get into each of them right now. So, starting with From Mars to Sirius. And you're immediately greeted with a very lemony, very citrus-heavy aroma. And I'm talking like someone just cut some lemons and limes underneath your nose and like kind of squeezed them a little bit. There's a little bit of a melony hit to it as well. And just the slightest amount of floral and almost kind of pine to it, but flavor-wise, oh, it's so good! Seriously, this beer, it transcends to new planes of deliciousness. This beer is seriously phenomenal. Those Sabro hops just, to me, maybe I'm biased. I love lemonade, I love lemons, I love citrus. But whenever you get Sabro hops involved in any kind of IPA, whether it's hazy or non, whatever it might be, it just immediately kicks it to a different plane of deliciousness. And this guy, straight off the bat, you get a very lemon lime, almost lemonade flavor to it. It does still have a little bit of that hoppy bite characteristic to it as well, but then it's soft at the same time. Moving on to the Van Halen, again, as always, beautiful, clean can art. So I can crack this guy open now. This one to me delivers more on almost like a tropical feel. There's definitely a little bit of peach I pick up, some more grapefruit flavor, palate. And see, this one to me, right off the bat, has more of like that bite, that hoppy, kind of like grip your tongue kind of. It's a hard sensation to explain if you don't drink IPAs. Definitely more kind of like, again, back to the grapefruit peel a little bit. Some melon, not a ton. More of like that hoppiness to it, like more of a punch with the hoppiness. I mean, no matter what way you cut it, both the Van Halen and the From Mars to Sirius are phenomenal hazy IPAs. If you find yourself in the Phoenix area on vacation, whatever, maybe you live down there and never even heard about these guys, think about paying Arizona Wilderness Brewing Company a visit. They have 2 locations. So again, I hope you enjoyed this video. 2 fantastic beers by Arizona Wilderness, the Van Halen and the From Mars to Sirius Dirty Hop Water Hazy IPA series. They are constantly creating new, delicious hazy IPAs through this series of beers. And without further ado, you know the rules. Climb hard, crush cans, repeat. Drink responsibly, cheers, skål. Slante, Prost. I always forget the Russian one. What was the Russian one? Have a good night.